In this video, I will explain what a systematic review is, and I will outline the benefits and the drawbacks, and we will look at the outline of a systematic review. My name is Aether.A and welcome to this video on systematic literature reviews, as part of the video series on literature reviews. Let's first start with the aims of a systematic review. The aims are very specific and well defined actually. It is about identifying, selecting, appraising and synthesizing on high quality research evidence. All this research needs to be specific to a certain research question. Therefore we need to formulate a well-defined and specific research question. The review article formulates a well-defined question and it provides a quantitative and qualitative analysis on the relevant evidence. Sometimes this is followed by a meta-analysis. It depends on the type of systematic review that you want to write. The benefits of a systematic review, and this is actually the contrary of a narrative review. What the narrative review has as drawbacks, the systematic review has it as benefits. So it focuses on a unique research question. There is clarity in the methodology regarding all the steps, the search, the inclusion and exclusion criteria, the quality assessment, the analysis of the data. Inferences are based on evidence by means of a systematic data analysis. It's objective, meaning unbiased. However, we must take into account that this is not always true, as we are all just humans and we cannot exclude bias because of that. Also, a major benefit here is that a meta-review is reproducible because the methodology is so well defined and reported. The drawbacks of a systematic review is that there might be heterogeneity in the selected articles. This might be a result of ill-defined inclusion and exclusion criteria. So if this is the case, this heterogeneity, you need to go back to the drawing board and review your inclusion and exclusion criteria. As I said previously, it's possible that a bias is already there in single studies and you're going to include that. You need to avoid that by having a proper quality assessment. But still, biases might be included in your systematic review because of biases in the study in the original research articles. It might also be because of the authors. The outline of a systematic review is much more strict and well defined. I'm giving an overview here, but there are many handbooks on writing a systematic review. One of them is the handbook on literature review writing of the Cochrane Library. It's a very comprehensive handbook with a lot of information in it. What you see here is a rough outline. So we start with the introduction, and in this case we have a well-defined rationale, structured overview of all the information that we want to collect and we build the context on that. The scopes and objective of the systematic review are well defined, and we have a very clear research question that is actually researchable and that we can answer using our methodology. This methodology, or the search part, is also very well defined in each and every detail. The search strategy is well defined in exclusion criteria, quality assessment. The citing and the listing of all the included research is done in a nice overview in a table. The procedure for data extraction from the research articles included is also well defined, and the data analysis itself is also nicely reported. In the case of a meta-analysis, this part is more extensive than in a typical classical systematic review. The central body then, let's say the results section, it may include multiple sections depending on the topics that you found, and for each section you're going to discuss, evaluate, synthesize on all the information you acquired. And in the end, again, there's a conclusion with a to-the-point summary of the main points found in the review. Now there are several types of systematic reviews. First of all, the classical type. I used this term already. It is the typical systematic review that we might think of. It includes the original research articles, and in this review you synthesize upon them, summarize, etc., and write your review on that. Then we also have an umbrella systematic review, or more just in short, an umbrella review. It is a systematic review of reviews. Now, you could say that narrative reviews can be included, and as a manner of speaking, they can. However, they are very likely to not pass the inclusion and exclusion criteria. So typically in an umbrella review, you will find other systematic reviews as input. There's also a meta-analysis, and in this meta-analysis, the data of original research articles are included and analyzed using meta-analysis statistics. One can request original data from the authors of those research articles, collect that and analyze that. Typically there's a low response rate to that, so sometimes you have to refer to actually using the data that is represented in the articles themselves. It might be less accurate, but sometimes you just have to deal with that. We also have a meta-synthesis, which is a rather new version of a systematic review, and it is a systematic review of qualitative research articles. And the analysis on them is also in a qualitative way, where with the meta-analysis it's quantitative with the numbers, the meta-synthesis is qualitative. Thank you for watching this video. Please also refer to the other videos in this playlist on literature reviews.